Hello students, this is video number 2 part 1. Today I'll be discussing properties of inverse trigonometric functions. In our last class I have discussed about principal value branch of the inverse trigonometric functions, how the functions are made 1 inverse trigonometric functions are made 1 by restricting their domains, and now today we will discuss some of their properties. So let us do the first set of properties. Is sin inverse 1 by x is cosec inverse x, mod x is greater than or equal to 1, cos inverse 1 by x should be equal to sec inverse x, where mod x is less than or equal to 1, and tan inverse 1 by x is equal to cot inverse x, where x is greater than or equal to 0. Now these conditions I am not going to discuss much, because most of the questions which come to you, which will be given to you, will be within this domain only. But I can tell you this much, that these properties these are nothing but the intersection of the domain of both the functions. So sine and cosec functions domain you should know and take their intersection, so that these are the conditions which would come out. So I'm not going to discuss much about it, because most of the questions which you will get, 100% you will get the questions which are within this domain only. So let us I am going to prove the first property, and rest of it for you to prove. So they will be proved in a similar manner. So I will say, let cosec inverse x, this LHS is equal, RHS is equal to y, and then x is equal to cosec y, and then x is equal to 1 upon sin y, and sin y you can write as 1 upon x, and y is nothing but sin inverse 1 by x. So y is cosec inverse x, y is sin inverse 1 by x. So both of them are you have done Euclid's lemma. Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one and another. So sin inverse 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse x. Similarly, you please prove the other two ones also. And similarly, we can also say that cosec inverse 1 by x is equal to sin inverse x, although it is not given in your book, but the domain will change. And you can also say that sec inverse 1 by x is equal to cos inverse x. So let us do the second set of properties. Sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x, cosec inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x, tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x. So I am proving the first one. So let sin inverse of minus x is equal to y. So sin inverse of minus x is equal to y. So minus x is equal to sin y, and x is equal to minus sin y, which implies x is sine of, because sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, I can write minus sine y as sine of minus y. So sine inverse x is equal to minus y, or y is equal to minus sine, will shift here, y is equal to minus sine inverse x. Now y is minus sine inverse x, y is also sine inverse minus x, so both of them are equal to each other. So first property is proved. So sine inverse of minus x is minus sine, cosec inverse is also minus cosec inverse, tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse x. But what about cos inverse minus x? What about sec inverse minus x? What about the cot inverse minus x? That we will see in the third set of properties. So third set of properties says that cos inverse minus x is not minus cos inverse x, it is pi minus cos inverse x. We are going to prove this. And sec inverse minus x is pi minus sec inverse x. Cot inverse minus x is x minus pi minus cot inverse x. So let us prove the first one again. So let cos inverse minus x is equal to y, and then minus x will become cos y. Now x is equal to, this minus sign will shift, minus cos y, or you can say taking minus on both the sides. So x is equal to, now so you cannot write cos of minus cos y as cos of minus y. That is not true. Cos of minus y is cos y. So but I can always write minus cos y as cos of pi minus y. Please you have to revise your grade 11 concepts to do this chapter. The formulas, everything should be relearned. Please go through them. So minus cos theta is cos of pi minus theta. So cos inverse x. So here cos inverse x will become pi minus y, and y comes this side, so pi minus cos inverse x. So y is cos inverse minus x, y is this, so both of them are equal. So similarly prove the rest of the two parts. Now I am going to discuss the next set of properties, fourth set of properties. Sin inverse x, this is the easiest property which I always like. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Here we will use the complementary angles which you have learnt in grade 10. Remember, sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. So we'll be using that here. And I'm proving the first part. So let sin inverse x is equal to y. X is sin y, and sin y is cos of 90 minus theta. So x is equal to cos pi by 2 minus y, and cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus y. So y comes this side. So y plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. And what was y? Y was sin inverse x. So sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Similarly prove the other set of properties. See, this is all derived from the trigonometric identities which we have learnt before. Grade 10 and grade 11, please revise the trigonometric concepts. This is the fifth set of properties. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. This you know, tan x plus y is tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y. That property I am going to use now. So first set I am proving. We know that sorry, I have forgotten to write this. This should be x, this should be y, and this is also tan x plus tan y, and this is tan x tan y. So this formula we know, tan x plus y is tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y. So let x is equal to tan inverse alpha and y is equal to tan inverse beta. So here x will be replaced with, in this formula, with tan inverse alpha, y will be replaced with tan inverse beta, and tan x is, from here you can see, tan x is equal to alpha, tan y is equal to beta. So alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha beta, take tan to that side. So tan inverse alpha plus tan inverse beta is tan inverse alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha beta. Now I am going to see the other set of properties. 2 tan inverse x is sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. 2 tan inverse x is also equal to this cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. 2 tan inverse x is also equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. Do not be scared. You have done this before. You know that tan x can be, sin 2x can be written as what? Sin 2x can be written as 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Cos 2 theta can be written as what? Cos 2 theta is, yes, it will be 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, and tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. So we will be using those properties only. So we know that this is tan square. So sin 2x is 2 tan x upon 1 plus tan square x. So put tan x is equal to t. So over here in this identity I have put tan x as t. Sin 2x is what? From here x is tan inverse t. So in place of x I have written tan inverse t. This is 2t upon 1 plus t square. So 2 tan inverse t is equal to sin inverse, this sign will go that side, 2t upon 1 plus t square, and this we have proved. This 2 tan inverse t, instead of x you can write x, you can write t, you can write alpha, anything you can write. So 2 tan inverse t is equal to sin inverse 2t upon 1 plus t square. Similarly you will prove the rest of the two properties. Over here you will use cos 2t is 1 minus tan square t upon 1 plus tan square t. Here you will use the identity tan 2t is sin 2t is 2 tan t upon 1 minus tan square t. Okay, over here now we will be doing sin inverse alpha. Okay, this is not mentioned in your NCERT, but still I am doing it with you. If you are using this property in the exam, please prove it. because it is not the part of NCERT. So sin inverse alpha plus sin inverse beta is sin inverse alpha root 1 minus beta square plus beta root 1 minus alpha square. So I have done this identity sin of a plus b or sin of x plus y is sin x cos y, cos x sin y. So over here I can also write cos y as what? Cos y as root of 1 minus sin square y, and sin y as cos x as root of 1 minus sin square x. Sorry, this is sin y, this is sin square x. Sin square x. So over here I'll say let x is equal to sin inverse alpha and y is equal to sin inverse beta. So I'll substitute over here. So this is sin of x is sin inverse alpha, y is equal to sin inverse beta. So sin x over here, from here sin x is what? Alpha, and sin y from here is beta. So sin square y will be beta square. So alpha root 1 minus beta square. Then again sin y from here is beta, and root of 1 minus sin square x. Sin square x is alpha square. So 1 minus alpha square. Take this sign to that side. So sin inverse alpha plus sin inverse beta is sin inverse of the whole thing. So this property you can use, but you need to learn the proof of this. The last property for today is cos inverse alpha. And this I am not going to prove. This you will be proving on your own. You will be using the formula of cos of x plus y. So over here cos inverse alpha plus cos inverse beta is cos inverse alpha beta minus root of 1 minus alpha square root of 1 minus beta square. Please prove it using cos of alpha plus beta is cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. You will be able to do this as we have done in the previous. Now this here 2 sin inverse alpha is sin inverse 2 alpha root 1 minus. Use the sin 2 theta formula here. Sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. And 2 cos inverse alpha is cos inverse 2 alpha square 1 minus 1. Use cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. You will be able to do this. Thank you so much, students. I will be discussing in the next class the exercise 2.2.